Buster's Malheart, or Buster's Bad Heart for all you gringos out there, is a movie I watched at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And that was too early to be consuming this material. My brother texted me on Friday night, and I didn't get the message till the next morning. He thought I would like it. Everybody was asleep, so I made me a cup of coffee and settled in to watch this quirky little indie flick. Folks, you're going to want to mentally prepare for this one. It's a heavy subject for 8 a.m., let me tell you. Buster's a little hard-working feller living that American life. He's sweeping floors and he's checking people into the hotel where he works. He's a concierge, and that's French for hotel manager's bitch, apparently, because that seems to be pretty much what he is. His boss is a real piece of shit. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Buster's like, I miss my kids. And the hotel manager's like, well, if you work a few more hours a day, then you'll hardly see them at all. And soon, you won't even mind it. Because really, how can you miss a thing that you hardly ever see? Or something like that, I'm paraphrasing. Now, Buster has a dream of wanting to break away from the machine. He wants to buy a piece of land out in the woods and live like an animal, you know? Real hillbilly shit. Grow your own tomatoes, shit in a hole in the ground. The good life. But everybody just keeps wanting him to work. But this little skinny feller wanders into the motel one day and he's like, man, come on, man. Y2K's coming, man. Oh yeah, it's the 90s, so everybody's freaking out about Y2K. And this little skinny dude's like, I'm the last free human. I'm living by my own rules. I don't depend on anybody. Can you help a brother out? And Buster's like, whatever, dude. But really, he envies the guy because that's how he wants to be. But he also knows this guy's kind of full of crap. But he still helps him steal jewelry and money and stuff from the guests of the hotel. That's how he makes his way. And he's splitting it with Buster too, because Buster's trying to save up for that piece of land. So they got a nice little racket going on. Now Buster and his wife and his kid are living with his wife's parents. They're trying to save that money to buy that land. But Buster hates it. He also hates her mother, who is a real see you next Tuesday, if you know what I mean. But Buster keeps living there because he knows it's going to be worth it in the end. Now, all through the movie, it keeps cutting back and forth through these scenes of Buster in his real day-to-day life, and Buster living in the mountains on the run from the police. And he's got long hair and a beard and stuff. He's breaking into people's cabins to steal food and clothes and take a bath every now and then because he's living in a cave. And you're like, wow, Buster finally got away from the rat race. But where's his wife and kid? Or maybe that's just how I was. But then I was like, so is this Buster before he met his wife? Because there's this one scene where he's talking to his wife and he's like, I don't know why you ever took a chance on me. I was a bum when you met me. So I was a little confused about trying to figure out which stuff happened first. Well, this one day Buster was having a real hard time and his boss was like, you know what you need? A staycation. And Buster's like, what's a staycation? And the boss is like, I just made it up. It's a word I invented that means you go on vacation, but you don't go anywhere. You just stay here. And also, while you're here, your wife and your kid can come and have a room for free for the weekend. Of course, you'll still have to work, but you'll still be able to look at them from time to time, you know, between sweeping the floors and getting yelled at by 70-year-old women for there not being enough towels in their rooms. Nothing does more for a grown man's self-confidence than getting accosted by a senior citizen because the maid didn't refill the baby soaps. But he's poor and he can't afford to go on a real vacation, so he's like, all right then. So they come and stay, and this happens to be the same weekend that the little skinny feller comes back needing a room. So naturally, he puts him in the adjoining room to his sleeping wife and baby girl. And everything's fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Just kidding. The drifter murders both of them. What do you expect? It's 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Now Buster's a suspect in a murder. Especially because Buster told the cops that the weird dude been coming around like every day. And he'd been talking to him when he was cleaning and when he was cleaning over here and cleaning over there and, you know, cleaning. So the cops review the security footage. But guess what? There's no drifter in the footage. Buster's in all the places he said he was with the guy, but it's just him talking to himself. Dum dum dum. The guy ain't even there. He ain't even real. He's a figment of Buster's imagination. He's a part of Buster's psyche or whatever that wants to be free and live like an animal. Not only that, but these scenes that jump back and forth from normal life to the life in the mountains. I'll be honest, I had to Google it. To me, I thought after the wife and kid dies, they find out Buster murdered him and he runs into the woods and he's just on the run from the law or something, you know? But apparently some people think that the scenes of him in the woods are his fantasy, and it's not even real. He's just having a psychotic dream, or he's romanticizing or something. But he ends up finally getting shot by the cops, and he just disappears. Like, before their eyes, he vanishes. But then he wakes up on a beach and his wife and kids are there. So is it they're in heaven and they're finally happy? Or has the whole movie just been a dream or something? Like him and his family are at the beach together and he just fell asleep. And he dreamed all the madness because he has been so stressed in his day-to-day life. I don't know, man. It was a crazy movie, though. Pretty good. It's got Rami Malek in it. I think I watched it on Amazon Prime, but it might have been Hulu. One or the other. Go find it.